Leadership makes all the difference. Shalom. First and foremost, giving all praises, honor, glory, respect, and blessings to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham Rachakvadash. Salutations to the Lord's elect on the four corners of the earth, pushing this truth and sincerity while patiently waiting for Yahweh Shai's return. And double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, which have taught us everything we know through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. And I wanted to further expound upon the situation that happened between ISUBK and IUIC because, if you ask me, I feel like the whole thing was unnecessary. It could have been avoided. And at the end of the day, it all goes back to the leadership. Okay? Excuse me. And the scriptures speak upon that. Matter of fact, let's go here real quick, right? As the king is, so is his people. Okay, so let's so this is the book of Sirach, chapter 10, verse 2. It says, as the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers, right? Now, if you call yourself teaching out of the Holy Scriptures, right? If you call yourself being a prophet, okay, that also makes you a judge. Okay, now we know that the Lord woke up Nathaniel and horse rider Johanna. We know that he's been, woken up. We know they've been woken up to the truth. Okay, so the Lord made them prophets, which would make them what? Judges. But now, you must also understand that if the Lord's woke you up to the truth, he's given you a great responsibility. And if the Lord made you a leader, whether if you're a camp leader, whether if you're a leader at teaching, the Lord's made you a leader. And when you're a leader, you have a responsibility. Okay? You have a responsibility. And you have a serious responsibility at that. So you got to understand, as being a leader, your actions or how you lead your congregation is going to have a huge impact on your followers. And that is something you must understand. So, if you're a leader and you're a fool, those who follow you is going to run with that foolish mindset. If you're a leader, but you're a wise person, that's going to rub off. That's going to rub off on those that follow you. So your behavior and how you lead people is going to rub off on them as well. So as the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers. And what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein. You see that? Let me see. You see, you know what? Let me read. All right. Salakia Akim. The power went out earlier, just now, which means the internet is is still being turned on. So here, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull up the Holy Scriptures on my phone here. Then I'm gonna read it from there. Okay. So we're gonna go to Isaiah, the ninth chapter. Let me see. Let me see. One moment. One moment. Okay. Okay. Isaiah chapter 9, verse 16. It says, "For the leaders of this people cause them to error, and they that are led of them are destroyed." You see that? For the leaders of this people cause them to err. And you know, ultimately, that's talking about who? That's talking about these false Israelite groups. You see? But you know what? They get mad when we call them false teachers and false prophets. But the question is, what did you get mad for? What makes you a false prophet? What makes you a false leader? When you do that, which is outside of what the Lord told you to do, okay? The Lord commanded you to go out on the highways and hedges. Are you going out on the highways and hedges? Okay. The Lord told you that sodomy is against the Holy Scriptures. Do you teach that sodomy is okay, even if you do it with your woman? The Lord told you not to eat pork, but are you eating pork? What makes a prophet a true prophet of the Lord? Well, you have to be set up and ordained, first and foremost. And second of all, you have to do what the Lord told you to do. All throughout the Holy Scriptures, the Lord clearly told us what we need to do in order to teach His people. And if you do anything outside of that, that makes you a false prophet or a false teacher. If you're not coming with the 100% truth, you're not a real prophet or teacher of the Lord. You're not a real servant of the Lord. Okay? The instructions on what you can what you're supposed to do can be found in the Scriptures. For the leaders of this people cause them to err. You see, for the leaders of this people cause them to err. And they that are led of them are destroyed. So, this is what I'm about to do. Let's go to Google, right? Because when the Lord makes you a leader, that's a heavy responsibility. So let's go to Google, right? And let's type in leadership. And then this is what I'm gonna do. Okay, so this is leadership, right? It says the action of leading a group of people or an organization. Now, IUIC is an organization, right? ISUPK is an organization. It says that's how the Oxford Dictionary defines leadership. In simple words, leadership is about taking risks and challenging the status quo. Okay, leaders motivate others to achieve something new and better. Notice how the word better is in there. Better. You know, the leadership within these false Israelite groups needs an upgrade. Need better leadership, which it's not going to change because we here at Great Millstone, we here at Great Millstone strongly believe that you guys have sold out. Now I'm talking about Nate, horse rider Johanna. Okay, Rakha of GOCC. Okay, Zabak of HOI. And there's many more of you. Okay, you basically sold out. Okay, and ultimately you sold out for what? For uncertain gain. So with that, I'm gonna say shalom is on to the next one.